Everyone, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am working on a heck of a project today, and I wanted to share it with you because it's really cool so far. So if you've been following the channel for very long, you know that I have this house that I am trying to fix up to sell. This is a 1950s single-story ranch home in Michigan. They're all built the same. They all have golden oak wooden floors and hollow core birch doors that kind of were stained to match the floors. The problem is with humidity and time, a lot of times these doors start to delaminate where they are glued together in strips. Now you can recover this whole door with a very thin layer of birch, but that is also going to mess with your door stops here. So to avoid having to take all those door stops off, I have found a lot of used doors that people are giving away for free, either on Craigslist or Facebook. I used to be a member of a website called freecycle.org, and that was a long time ago and really slow. So this is off of my bathroom. It's not going to go back on. It's too far gone because it's got big chunks of laminate missing right down here on the bottom. Now this is a closet door in what was an office and a bedroom, and it is in perfect mint condition. One of the things that I was running into with wanting to change my style of door is I have a pocket door here. It's very humid in the house right now, so it's not wanting to open and close properly, so we're gonna have to get that AC working. I'm working on a thermostat issue right now. And here's another door that had some damage to it, so I don't know how they managed it, but it actually has water spots on it. I was actually worried that the ceiling might be leaking or having trouble here from a roof problem. I have a tree that is overgrown in the back, but after going through the whole house, I only had a small leak in the kitchen. So we are going to be doing roofing in one of our next projects. So this is one of the same doors with a layer of Minwax gel stain over it. And in this case, I went with chestnut. I actually was doing the bathroom vanity in hickory, and I can show that to you in just a minute. Well, guess what? I thought the hickory was really dark, so I went with the chestnut for the doors. There's a lot better lighting in this room, so you can see that golden color kind of shines through, but it looks a whole lot better than what this floor is looking like. Don't worry about the floor. It's going to get sanded and it's going to get a fresh coat of stain and sealer. But this was a good, cheap upgrade to do to keep the doors in the house and save myself some money. It is a little bit laborious, but not too bad. Now, considering that these have been in the home for 50 plus years, I scrubbed them all with a degreaser, both sides, let them dry for a half an hour to an hour, flipped them over, and started my staining projects. So these will each get 1 to 2 coats of stain and a layer of varnish over the top. Now you can use a spray-on shellac, but I am working indoors, so I am going to use a brush-on layer of sealer, but isn't that looking better? So this is my living room. As you can see, I've got some nail holes that I filled recently, and I am going to be getting that sander. It's a tricky thing because you can rent that sander for 4 hours, and it's just impossible to try to do the jobs that I need to do and get that back in 4 hours. So, very, very difficult situation here because I wanted to upgrade the home, make it look a little more modern. One of the things I did last summer was I put a grid on the window so that I didn't have that odd oversized window there. And with a curtain, it actually looks really nice. But again, these doors, very little use. Most of the time when the homeowner comes in, they end up using the side door through the garage as the main entryway to the home. So I'm going to varnish these out just the same with the gel stain, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end just in a bit. I think with the gel stain and some updated doorknobs, it's gonna look a whole lot nicer. scrub twice. I will let it dry. In the meantime, while it's drying, I'm going to go back and work on another door. Okay, now I'm going to go in long, even strokes. I'm going to go around and do the edges first and then the top. Because if you do the top first and then the edges, you're going to get little wavy lines from your brush bristles hitting it. Now I'll tell you, if I don't like the way a brush stroke looks, I go right back over it before it has a chance to start to dry. You may have noticed and wondered, I'm not wearing a mask. I do have the windows open for ventilation, but this is nowhere near as strong as regular varnishes and stains. Now I've got a chip at my other end, so I try to end my brush stroke with the chip so that it doesn't leave any of the gel stain puddled in those pockets where there's a chip. And don't be afraid to walk around to the other side, because I was just leaning, and when I bumped into the hinge, I got an uneven stroke. And now it looks amazing. I have one spot that I know it's going to bother me, so I'm going to hit it with a little more of this and brush it right back off. If you're going to do this on your doors, I really recommend doing the outer edge first, like I said, doing either side of the doorknob, and then doing the entire door in long sections so you can get that nice, smooth, even finish. So let me pick up the camera and show you what this looks like straight on. Now, no one is ever going to see the top or the bottom of my doors, so I didn't worry about any dripping here on the edge too much because that's just going to absorb into it, for the sake of not putting any bristle marks or mistaken brush strokes in the top. As long as it's not going to drip where you don't want it, I wouldn't worry about it too much. It's not going to puddle up on the underside like a water bead. So what do you think about this? Isn't that just the quickest, cheapest, easiest transformation? And this almost looks like a beautiful dark walnut, and I'm using chestnut. So I really like the way it looks. I think going with a darker color and getting away from the red tone that was in the doors is really going to make the house look and feel a lot more modern. And we are going with like lighter furniture in here to stage it. So in general, I think it is a good safe bet, because as I've gone out furniture shopping and seeing what's going to be available, this is the kind of home that like a first-time home buyer might buy with their family. And a lot of houses are going to need to be move-in ready because, you know what? Like, my daughter needs all the help she can get having 3 kids to get work done and to get projects done and to maintain the family. So this is my gel stain door. I'm gonna do one more door. I will tell you, wrap up your brush in between doors if you're doing it in steps as I am, because I did notice my brush was a little bit dry when I picked it up to do this door. So I'm gonna wrap up my brush and then I'm gonna hit this door here. Okay everybody, this is a wrap on the gel stain overlay over the old doors. I wanted to show you how the front door turned out before I lost any more daylight here. It is absolutely beautiful. It looks so much better than it used to. I got to stop at Menards and pick up some door hardware. This is how the pocket door turned out. I am super pleased with it. Once I get some new hardware mounted on all these old doors, it's going to make the whole house look completely different. So thanks for watching, everybody. Remember to hit that thumbs up button, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.